Hello! A patch has been out for only a day, and I already had the pleasure of being able to grab some replays from the community replay section of our Total Tavern Discord. And I am super excited for the new patch. Lots of changes, lots of good changes, and especially I'm excited to maybe finally see Coast back in business. I will be playing some definitely sometimes. Um, yes. Here we have Sunshine on the coast versus the Greenskins. A matchup that was previously fairly hopeless, but we will see. Orc boys, savage orcs, that's a pretty much very default standard orc army, savage arrows. They have normal archers, but you have to be careful with them. They can shoot your crabs down. I have painfully experienced that a few times. Especially on Black Ark. Aranessa died about here. For magic, we have a Gaze of Morg and a Brainburster. So more of the direct damage and not the buff spell route that orcs tend to go right now. And the Night Goblin Warboss with the Rampage, and he is not stalked? Shouldn't he be stalked? Why isn't he stalked? Oh, because he's on a mount. Okay, he shouldn't be stalked on a mount. I didn't see that, but interesting. Most come with them on foot. Okay, for the coast, we have shotgun crabs. Some of the newly buffed, or rather cost-reduced, zombie pirate deckhands, and Count Noctilus, with the zombie summon, a heal, and a Mercus Miasma. Very standard loadout, very efficient. Something interesting in the rest here? No, just the usual vampire stuff. And then we have here the Lamprey's Revenge. They got a cost increase as the only thing I think on the Vamp Coast roster. The better shotgun crabs with regeneration here, and why is it showing that below there? Weird. And a big Leviathan. This thing has been kinda sad for a long time, but now it got massively buffed and apparently has collision attacks now.
Keep it from the
so it should be really effective at cleaning up masses of infantry scrap. And we will see if that's true. It needs to be careful with those archers, but if you have a healer in the background with invocation, it will be able to take a lot of abuse from them. Has no missile resistance actually, but 150 armor, so it's virtually impossible for non-AP damage to come through onto it. I mean, look at that. That's a walking fortress. Immune to flanking, yeah. I can see that. You don't want to attack it in the back. Okay, we're getting an engagement now, and I must say I don't like how that looks right now for the coast. They are massively outnumbered is the word I'm looking for. A bit of a misclick summon, probably chose the wrong reinforcement point. Probably wanted this, but there are the Mongols coming. They are stalked, they are buffed now, and they have terror, and this is very curious and interesting against orcs, because they like to run, though not as much as you might actually think. Stone trolls, yep. They are a good answer against the crabs, probably. Their AP damage, though their melee attack is a bit low. Still, if it's going for a long grind battle, both sides have regeneration, funnily. Yeah. The crab is taking a bit of damage, but that's really not a problem so far. The zombies are crumbling away kinda, but that's not much of a problem. This rotting Promethean going down with the gunnery crew is a bit more of a problem. It still has almost all of its ammunition and only made... Oh, it actually made 400 value. That's not so bad, but it costs way more. Its leadership actually really tanking. Okay, it's only 45 base, and the war boss and the big boss are probably what's doing the big job here. Ah, no, it's just the conjunction with the arrows. Actually, those boys did a lot of value onto them. I did not expect that. Okay, we have a very scrappy distributed grind here. These archers should turn around again, but they probably will. Oh, war boys, yes, they are probably even better against the crab than trolls. By the way, where are the trolls? Where did the trolls... Oh, running. What did I expect? Okay, Mongols against Big Bacon. I don't think this will be a nice fight. It should not be. They have the hunger, but it's only very small regeneration. There's still an AP monster, monstrous infantry. Oh no, why are you pulling out? Okay, both sides actually traded fairly even. This is interesting. No, okay, if you look at the values, the boss did way better. So that's about that. Okay, we're finally seeing some guns from the coast. I was missing that. Shotgun crabs are cute and all, but yeah, you need that wet gunpowder. Getting the pistols in from the reinforcement point, getting stuff on all the way back here is so hard for Coast on this map. That's why I really don't like the map for them. But getting the pistols from Vanguard is good. If the other side hasn't established a strong mobility dominance, then you can keep them firing and quite protected. Though we're getting something coming in here, but the Lamprey's Revenge might be able to intercept them. Oh, they're not walking. Yeah. Now they do. Yeah. Just taking a few seconds pause there is not a problem. Oh, but that's a full volley of pistols. Don't have that much armor and well, only normal levels of health. Oh, we have a Night Goblin. This guy got routed, probably crushed by Noctilus. You should not fight him. Noctilus, of course, will wreck the guy. How's Noct doing? Yeah, I think he's mainly spamming heals, so his value comes from the melee capabilities.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Sirens. Oh, the nice new units. They are finally a decently fast option and now have a decent combat stats. It's called like this. And then the physical resistance, of course, and full AP damage and terror. But yeah, that's magic. there we have magic. And that's why I'm curious. I would definitely bring now the buff that gives you magic damage for the orc side. It's also good against non-magical things. It kind of gives magic just simply on top of it. Yeah, definitely would do that. But I'm curious, I don't know if we've seen any halberds for the coastins. I would say they are very good into orcs. Then again, they are very vulnerable to being shot. Are they doing some stupid stuff? Someone made contact, then bugged out their brains, and then moved out again. Terror routed, and they are so slow. Look at that slow. And that's just from the Mongols. With a chilling aura on the Regiment of Renown. This is so funny. I really gonna do some play with those. I will too. Back to the halberds. Usually I would say they're super good, but now the deckhands are so much cheaper that simply cycling them might be better. And only bring them when you really know that there's either very specific large targets you have to deal with, or you know that you're getting onto them very easily, because there's many large targets from the orcs. All those Skrigs, Trolls, Wolf Riders, Bacon Riders are all large, of course, but it's also that they're mostly mixed in with infantry, and against the infantry the halberds are really not good. Especially against unarmored infantry, where even the AP is just not useful. Okay, we're seeing now a good decision from the coast to not overextend to this point. That would be a game-losing play. They don't need that from the point difference they're actually ahead. Often if you have such more defensive faction play against an aggressive rush faction, they get capped for a long time, and then the defensive faction has to completely reverse the field and triple cap the other side, but this hasn't happened here, amongst other reasons because the lower point side was completely uncontested. Fresh Sirens already cast down. I'm not sure what came in here against them. Probably a side shot from the Gaze of Morg and the Brainbuster follow-up, because otherwise I can't explain those almost 4k damage. That should be 2 spells. Okay, and more archers spammed here. I don't think that's the right time for them, but then again, fighting this little castle here in melee is incredibly hard. The Leviathan did good, yes, and it took a lot of fire and just shrugged it off. Okay, it got healed, it didn't shrug it off, but yeah.
One of your units has
The
been
Mongol
destroyed.
hunters again at it. They've been in combat for a while, though mainly providing slows, I would say. Look at them, 12 speed. Look at them. Look at them not go. ah. This unit is so good now. I don't know if it's actually good, but it's so funny, and that's reason enough to play it. And I also suspect it will be good. should become a very established thing. Okay, we have bomb trappers here coming in, and usually they're countered by archers, but those archers have currently more pressing concerns, and also if it's just one, you can actually overwhelm them by just having more firepower. No, takes them
I
down.
knew
Oh,
it.
okay. Whatever.
Unending
Um,
glory is
was
yours.
one. Yeah, the Greenskins lost the fight on the low ground and probably wouldn't have come back to take the top, so. Yeah. GG. A lot of the archers did really well. Took the opening army on the high ground was rather small, so it took them a longer time to take down those archers. The later in summoned weren't super efficient. Squigs good. Probably needed more squigs. Yeah, definitely needed more squigs than one. The hoppers also have vanguard deployment, so you can get them on this map from the high ground directly reinforcement point. It gets in so much faster in. So yeah, I would say this needed some squig hoppers. Squig hordes? Herds? I don't know. The ones with outriders are usually more efficient, but on this map, vanguard deployment is so valuable. Yes. Caster did fine, though maybe a bit underwhelming. Though, then again, you're casting mainly into zombies, which are cheap and fairly resilient. Embrace Revenge did good, as she usually does. If she doesn't get bursted down, like, we've seen one gunnery crab completely die off, this one, and if that had been the Lamprey's Revenge, regeneration takes time to work, so, if she had been killed, that's would have been not much slower and more devastating. The Leviathan did good. Nock was mainly there for heathen summons, so his value is a bit deceptive. The Sirens, the other side had a good counter to them, and we've seen it work, so they are good now, I would say, but still should be used very sparingly for key moments. And also, maybe only if you don't have other terror so much on the field. Coast now has a lot of terror. A lot. With the Mongols getting it back, Sirene's now playable. That's a lot. Okay. Anything else to analyze? Not really. Pistols are very good. So yeah, that was the first match on this patch, and I hope to see them more. Kinda hyped for it. So, see you then.